Welcome back to Brewmerchers. We've got a different beer here today for you. We've got our beer by Dolle Brewers. Well, Mary, we've got a different style of beer here than we're used to drinking. But what made us buy this beer?
The label, the beer. The beer.
Always about the beer here. Never about anything else.
The bird. We both like birds.
We like birds, and that golden goose or golden duck really stuck out on the front.
Cute.
Our beer is a Belgian strong golden ale, coming in at 8% alcohol by volume. It is brewed with flour nugget hops from Poperinge. It has the special dry hopping taste and aroma so appreciated by beer lovers all over the world. It is one of two main beers from Dolle Brewers throughout the year. Aging time is limited due to the fact that the hop bitterness is declining with time. So store it cool and dark and serve at 10 degrees Celsius. So,
Celsius?
yeah, I don't know. That's got to be like, what, 40 degrees Fahrenheit?
I'm in America.
Probably what it's about now. We just pulled it out of the fridge, and it's been refrigerated. Does it have a bottling date on there?
No. I was looking for that. So I knew you were going to ask.
Yeah, very interesting. They want you to consume it as soon as possible, and then it comes over the pond, and all of a sudden there's no bottling date.
Comes over the pond.
Interesting. Yeah, and there's no kind of ink on here. Gotta have that. Gotta have it.
Belgium, they know what they're doing with beer.
Yeah, and we had Orville from Belgium, and that was kind of a new thing for us. So I'm excited to try more. I love the sticker labels and the fact they're kind of peeling off. It makes you feel like, oh, it's a small brewery, it's old, and they care about the beer and not about the presentation as much. So I guess we'll see how true that really is. Because that's enough talking. Let's get to drinking. Let's crack open this beer.
What's the cap on this thing?
Ooh, it's surging.
Wow.
Oh, it's surging. Not again. I will say it's got a strong resiny aroma coming out.
Whoa.
Oh, my life. All right, so there's a lot of carbonation in here. And that was me trying to be gentle with it and not panic too much. Let's do even slower here. These are fizzy boys. There you are.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm trying to squeeze a little more in here, but that head is just staying frothy.
Oh my gosh.
It's got a strong smell.
Yeah, this one smells like weed.
Weed.
For sure.
Very resiny. Very resiny.
What you doing with this?
Oh man. Monster head on these guys. If you're having this bottle yourself, you want one of those nice big glasses. But this is what we got. The beer is actually a little hazy.
Yeah.
If you notice that.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of carbonation. On the nose.
Weed.
Yeah, very resiny hoppy. And I think different hops have different, obviously they have different aromas, but we're so used to the hops. I think they're from New Zealand, a lot of them, or America, and they have that hoppy quality. This is very much resiny, like you said, and it smells a little like weed, which I believe hops and marijuana are from similar families. So, makes sense. I'm getting a little bit now toned down. I'm getting a little bit more of like an ale smell, a blonde ale kind of smell from it. Now that the smell's kind of calming down, my nose is getting used to it.
I agree with that.
It
smells like a beer now, not weed.
But not in a bad way. Doesn't smell as much like a Pilsner. A little bit of, there's almost like a little bit of weediness to it.
Wheat.
Or a lagerishness to it.
Are you saying wheat or weed?
Wheat. Like bread.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that.
Well, I think it's time to find out what this tastes like.
Same. I'm gonna try to drink past this. Ooh.
I expected it to taste like an IPA, but it's actually pretty nice.
It tastes like a beer.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't taste like a beer at all. No, I'm just kidding.
It tastes like a beer. It's nothing.
No, there's more to it than that. There's like light,
Yeah.
like biscuitiness, a little bit of. think caramel is too strong a word. There's like a little bit of sweetness to it deep down in there that you're obviously not getting.
What?
Great mouthfeel. A little bit of that bitterness on the back end from the hops for sure.
I agree with that.
I would say I don't get too much alcohol from it, maybe a little bit at the end, but it's hard because maybe it's also just the bitterness. It reminds me of the alcohol.
I think it's just the bite of the bitter, not the bite of alcohol.
But it's not bad at all for 8%. You wouldn't know it.
I think I understand what you're saying when you say sweetness at the very beginning. It doesn't really, now that I'm really sipping on it, it doesn't really taste like a beer at the beginning. After I just said it just tastes like a beer.
No, there's different notes there for sure.
It's not like sweet. I wouldn't say sweet, but it's like a mild flavor of, I don't know.
Oh yeah. The more you sip on it, you get used to the hoppiness. The sweetness comes out of that like golden ale. This is a strong golden ale. I don't know how many golden ales I've had. I gotta say this might be my first strong golden ale. So this is very exciting. I think it tastes very good.
I like it a lot. I just don't know
Really?
how to explain what I'm tasting, but I like it a lot.
Well, I'll tell you what. You can have some time to think about it, and then we'll come back with our ratings and final thoughts.
Okay, Rafa's coming back, guys.
Yeah, like the video if you want to see Rafa back again. But yeah, all the joking aside, what would you rate this beer out of 5?
Well, it's like I said, like I keep saying, I want to be unbiased about it because this is a good beer for what it is. It's not promising anything. Well, it's not promising much. Like, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of strawberry in here and raspberry, and why are you doing that? But I think that this is what it's supposed to be. I think that it tastes really good. It's not too hoppy. It's not underwhelming. I think, but I don't really like this style, I don't think, but I think I'll give it a 4. A 4.
A 4? Wow,
Yeah.
okay. That's I think more than I thought you were going to give it. I'm going to go ahead and give our beer a 4.25. I like what I found here. I probably would have it again as something to kind of mix up my normal routine. As we were just talking about, we drink a lot of sours and stouts and hazies, and I think it's good to branch out every now and then and have something a little different. Wasn't crazy expensive, even though it's imported, and it tastes good. It doesn't taste like a beer, which we're still struggling with on other styles, but I do get a little bit of sweetness, biscuity notes, hoppiness to it, a bitterness to it, and I like all those things working together.
I think this would be a good beer to actually eat something with. Because like with
For sure.
hazies and sours and stouts, no, you're not eating with that. But this is like a good beer to eat any kind of meal with.
I agree. I think it would add something to the meal. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Check us out on Instagram. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified when we upload new videos. And until next time, we're the Brewmachers, trying every beer from around the world. One sip at a time.
Okay, well, just throw my shit.